Today we going to make a video on a question of will ammunition that is 125 years old go off after all this time. Here we have a 11.15 by 58 millimeter 43 Verndl original cartridge made in 1887. Black powder cartridge. Now I made a video where I took one of these apart with the lead bullet and the paper patch, and I'll put that as a video response so you can actually see when I disassemble this cartridge what we have. Now people have told me that, you know, black powder will not chemically break down, and over years, even hundreds of years, will still be good. So we're going to put it in our Austrian 1886 and see if this old 25-year-old ammo is still good after all these years. Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. I'm making this little video as an insert, more or less, to my video of will a 125-year-old ammo go off? And as you've seen, it does. You know, and basically I'm omitting the safety factor here. A long time ago when I started working in different shops gun collecting, one of the collectors warned me, whenever you're fooling around with old black powder guns, make sure they're unloaded, because especially a sporting firearm or hunting gun, because he said that over the years he's heard of people who have found these old guns. You know, when you load a black powder firearm, basically in the old days the only way to unload it was to shoot it. And some people, when they hunt, have a habit of loading the gun and taking the cap or cleaning out the pan of a flintlock, but not unloading the gun itself. And he's told me that there were people that have taken guns apart and they were covered in rust and scale and put it on a belt sander. He knew one guy that was belt sanding a barrel off an old antique gun, and he heated it up to the point where it went off and shot him in the abdomen. So black powder, if not exposed to moisture or anything, will, and it doesn't chemically break down like smokeless powder does, it'll still go off after hundreds of years. Now I shot a number of cartridges the other day here, and I'm going to make a separate video reviewing this. Now on second thought, I did it, it was kind of fun, you know, stuff went off, was expensive. But I'm gonna, in the review I'll show you why, probably a safety reason, it wasn't a good idea. Now on the other hand, smokeless powder, and this is another safety warning, early smokeless powder from the late 1800s and prior to World War I does break down over time. And it'll do weird. I don't recommend firing ammunition like that because it does chemically break down and does strange things. So that's something I don't recommend doing. But alright, and then what happened also is I didn't just fire the gun right up to my face the first time. I did test fire it, but that video didn't quite come out right. And I'm going to add that on after this. You'll see the first video attempt of me test firing old ammunition. Okay. Okay, the question we have is, will a cartridge that's 125 years old work? We do is have a 11.15 by 58 or 43 Verndl. This is an original cartridge made in 1887. So it's 125 years old. It's a black powder cartridge. It's black powder compressed with a small lubricating wad and a stamped out bullet, paper patched. It has a lubricant like on a 22 on it. But it's an old cartridge, and you have the rifle. Usually you just should check the gun out, and we're going to see if this cartridge after all these years will still go off. Yes. Okay, stop.